Hi, my name is Rabbi Johnny Hughes. I'm the Associate Rabbi at Hendon United Synagogue and also the Tribe Chinuch Liaison. The question we've been asked this morning is, why do we live in a Sukkah on Sukkot? Well, the Torah says the following: You shall dwell in Sukkot for 7 days. Every resident of Israel shall dwell in Sukkot, in order that your generations shall know that I housed the children of Israel in Sukkot when I took them out of the land of Egypt. On 9/11, 2001, when the World Trade Center came crashing down, the world realized that an ancient Jewish truism had come to the fore. We are all living in a sukkah, in a very fragile world. The Torah teaches this special mitzvah that we have as Jews to dwell in a sukkah over the festival of Sukkot. The Sefer Chinuch, a 14th century work, says that the Sukkot referred to in the verse refer to either one of two things. There are two interpretations. One is that the Sukkot referred to are the Ananei HaKavod, the clouds of glory that God surrounded us in and enveloped us within in the desert when we came out of Egypt at the time of the Exodus. The second interpretation is that the Jews at that time actually built for themselves booths called Sukkot in the desert. Either way, the Sefer HaChinuch concludes that the essential message of the process of dwelling in the sukkah is to remember the miracles that God wrought for us and our ancestors back in times of yore, to inspire us to be more punctilious in our observance of His mitzvahs in His Torah, to become worthy of receiving the goodness from Hashem. Maimonides delves a little deeper. He teaches that the sukkah is designed and engineered to inspire a feeling of modesty and humility in those who dwell inside it. A feeling of gratitude and self-effacement is supposed to come to the fore during this time, especially at a time of the harvest season when we can attribute our economic success to the work of our own hand. The sukkah declares no. Everything comes from God. Rabbi Yitzhak Avov's classic work on Jewish ethics tells us that the Talmudic sages said, go out of your permanent dwelling and go and live in a sukkah, a temporary dwelling, during this time. He says that the sukkah is a mechanism to amplify and augment the intensity of our faith in God. That when we launch ourselves and go and live in a flimsy hut for 7 days, exposed to the brutal forces of nature, the sukkah makes us realize that ultimately everything comes from upstairs. The French thinker Albert Camus quipped that in order to understand the world, one has to turn away from it on occasion. I believe that the sukkah helps us turn away from our mundane lives, look heavenward and realize that ultimately everything comes from Hashem.